Hello, my lovely shrinkers. It's me, Lala, the shrinking lady, and I'm coming back to a Bari-Fabulous life with another product review video. I'm going to be doing a follow-up video on a recipe, a cook-along, if you will. So stay tuned for that. But in this video, we're going to be reviewing a couple of products. The sugar-free chocolate chips. Now, most of us, we go for the Hersheys. It's the well-known name. We think chocolate, we think Hersheys. Hersheys sugar-free chocolate chips. Wrong answer. I used these when I made my mocha latte protein pudding pie with the chocolate swirl. And I'm glad that it was just a swirl and not the pie itself, because once I melted this down with the double boiler, the taste, the aftertaste of it standalone was not great. The standalone taste of the chips as a chip are not bad, but you still can taste that aftertaste sugar-free sweetener, you know, like the old school diabetic candy, you know, the taste we all avoid as bariatrics. You don't want that. So I was in Walmart, of course, you know, I do everything at Walmart, and I came across a brand called Let's Bake Believe. This was semi-sweet, no sugar added, and 45% cacao. So I gave it a shot. Now I went to one of my family members and I did 2 blind taste tests. I grabbed 2 chips out of each bag in left and right hand, and I came to them as left hand, right hand. I chose the left. Then I came and got them again. And I said pink bag, which was the left hand, brown bag, which was the right. Both times blindly they chose the Let's Bake Believe. So, in my own tasting, I would say that this is the recommended product to use for your baking, for your melting down of chocolate, and anything you want to do that calls for a sugar-free chocolate chip. The semi-sweet are pretty close to your regular chocolate chips, and I think the difference that's made is that in the ingredients, the first ingredient is chocolate liqueur insulin, followed by the erythritol, then cocoa butter, then sunflower lecithin, then vanilla extract, and dead last, stevia leaf. In the Hersheys, the very first thing is the maltitol. Ugh. Most diabetics don't even like that in a diabetic candy. Followed by chocolate, chocolate that's processed with alkali, then the cocoa butter, then 2% or less of soy lecithin, natural flavor milk, and it just wasn't as good as the Let's Bake Believe. Let's Bake Believe is smoother, has a better taste. On to our next product review, the PB Fit Sugar Free. Now, I know most of you in the bariatric community are already aware of PB Fit. PB Fit, PB Fit 2. PB Fit 2s are the pouches, to-go pouches that you add. And strangely, they have a higher protein content than the jarred peanut butter powder. You also know about the PB with the chocolate powder in it, the cocoa powder. You may not be that well versed in the sugar-free PB Fit. This is sweetened with monk fruit. Again, did a blind taste test with the same individual. They ate the whole jar. So, just showing you quickly how the product looks the same. You do exactly the same instructions. You combine 2 tablespoons of the peanut butter powder, followed by 1.5 tablespoons of water. Now I'm gonna eyeball that because, in all honesty, I always end up using a little bit more. It's just the consistency that I like when I make it into peanut butter. And this is great to drop in your smoothies as a powder on its own. And as you stir, you'll begin to see that it develops into the smooth peanut butter. And I gave it a field test in terms of a new protein cookie dough recipe, peanut butter chocolate chip cookie dough recipe, peanut butter chocolate chip cookie dough ball recipe that I am in the process of developing. Use some almond flour, use some almond milk, unsweetened of course, and I used the PB powder, 1 cup. I used the Let's Bake Believe chocolate chips, some vanilla extract, and some butter extract. I tried it raw as I tasted it. I can't say I didn't like it because it is good on its own raw. I think I'm going to prefer it in its cooked form. So we have it in the oven and we've got 2 minutes left on that. And we were baking that for 10 minutes and I'm going to take a quick look. And they're doing just fine. And the chocolate chip cookies, the chocolate chips are holding up and they're not breaking down, melting down, oiling down, which is also, all of these things are really good. But back to the PB2, sugar-free. You get 2 fats, only 100 milligrams of sodium, and then the 2 tablespoons, this is for that 2 tablespoon serving, which is this amount in this jar. So it makes up a pretty good amount. If you like peanut butter with apples, if you like to make, peanut butter sandwiches with your 0-carb bread. You can also use it in chocolate peanut butter cloud bread loaves. I will do a demonstration on that one day. But for the 2 tablespoons, you get 60 calories, 2 grams of fat, 100 milligrams of sodium, 5 carbs, but there's 2 fibers, so that takes that net carb down to 3. 1 sugar alcohol, that takes that net carb down to 2. And 8 grams of protein. So it's a pretty good punch of protein and a great way to add peanut butter without the sugar. If you're someone that absolutely cannot tolerate sugar and you want your protein, this is a wonderful product to use. If you can tolerate sugar, but you just don't want the added sugar in your diet, this is a wonderful product to use. This is for you. The ingredients for it are peanut flour, monk fruit blend, which is the erythritol and monk fruit extract, and salt. So I would definitely recommend that this is something you add to your bariatric pantry. And that's our cookie dough protein balls. I went ahead and baked them up as I said, so let's give a look and see how they turned out. Yes, we know. Now, when you do bake protein cookie dough balls, they're not going to be, completely baked all the way through in the sense of how a cookie would bake. So you want to be mindful of that when you do decide to bake them. And there is the finished product. Have a nice little melt on some of the protein balls, and they come up fairly solid, but still soft enough to be cookie dough. Oh, look at that one. He decided to melt all the way. Not that one in the front. So I'm going to set these aside to cool, and when you see me in our next video, I'll be featuring a vegetarian cheesesteak zucchini boat. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and share, and please click subscribe. See you later, shrinkers.